When it comes to real estate, everything matters. Whether you're a realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title is here to inform, entertain, and inspire you. Host Bill Napick from Stewart Title will talk with guests about what really matters when it comes to owning, buying, and selling real estate. Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title starts right now. Here's your host, Bill Napick.
And welcome to the show. Yes, you hear the music. That's our Go Texan music, as we are in edition number 2 of our Go Texan themed Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title radio show. I know you're all excited. If you're here in Houston, you know all about the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. If you're not in Houston, you might be a New York City cowboy, or you might be in Los Angeles, wherever. Join the fun as we entertain, inform, and sometimes even inspire on Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. So we have a real estate team called the Doug Erdy Group. They are from the Kingwood, Texas area. So if you're not familiar with Houston, just think northeast. And our first guest, she is Jennifer Maxwell. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
And so nice of you to not only be here, but also to have some Western garb on, so when people tune into the YouTube channel, they can see us in our fine Western wear.
That's right.
So, Jennifer, let's tell people about your company, the Doug Erdy Group.
Okay, well, we are an amazing brokerage that keeps growing and growing. Basically, based off of the services that we provide, we always go a couple levels up to provide services to our clients and make sure that we take care of them on a personal level, meeting their needs individually.
That sounds great. And also, I'm looking at your card, Jennifer Maxwell, Realtor, and you have a little saying that's on the back. I like this. It says, "You just pack, I got your back."
That's exactly right. So I know that I'm going to take care of my clients right from the start. So I tell them to go ahead and start packing, and I'll take care of the rest.
So once again, if you're from afar, if you're in Houston, you know Kingwood is the northeast area of Houston. So, Jennifer, when we think about Kingwood, certainly there's so many great suburbs around here and so many great things to do, by the way, in Houston. But as far as Kingwood, give us an idea of let's say someone's not familiar with Kingwood.
Okay.
Paint a little picture for us.
Kingwood is definitely considered the livable forest. And so there's
trees there.
There is trees. It's beautiful. It's open. You have access to shopping and nice, fine restaurants and running tracks and anything that you could want for yourself, for your family. So it's a really nice place to live.
Very nice, too. And as far as the highways, let's tell people as far as access goes. I mean, you're close to the airport. That's one of the nice things that people that have traveling as part of their profession.
Right.
So you're located to some unique things that, let's say, the south part of town is not.
That is correct. So you're about 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. You're about 45 minutes from downtown. So it's easy access to pretty much anywhere you'd have to commute.
So the marketplace, when we think about Kingwood and the things that are going on there, I know I hear certainly all over Houston we have a lot of excitement, but as far as Kingwood area, and also will include Humble, right?
Okay.
So they're kind of hand in hand, if you would. But let's tell people, how is the market right now as we're well into 2019?
Buyers are down about 3%, but it's a seller's market right now. But if you are in a situation where you're not able to purchase at this time, we put things in place in the Doug Erdy Group to help you be ready. We set you up with our lenders to get you ready so you can purchase. So that number is definitely going up for the Doug Erdy Group clients.
So say the first, we're finishing this weekend is March 1st, so we're finishing the first 2 months have been pretty good as far as real estate activity.
I would say I've been busier this month than almost my whole last year.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Off to a great start.
Yes.
One of the things I know Doug has, and he started it last year, we were up there and did a show, by the way, and you were on that show.
That's right.
What do we call it, the home center?
Yes.
Let's tell people about what they'll find if they actually visit your location.
Okay, well, our new home center is right off of Westlake, Houston, not far from the Beltway. You're able to walk in. We have a huge touch screen where we can help you find new homes. We're right next to also a lot of new home developers where we have networked and we know those developers and the contacts. You're able to walk in and let us know what you're looking for. If you need to sell a house, we can help you run the numbers to let you know what position you are in to sell the house. You could literally walk into our office and we could have your house listed within a day or so, and start helping you find a home that you're looking for. It's really, we have access to everything.
That's fascinating. And then there comes in the idea of you just pack, I got your back.
That's right.
And that makes me think of whether I'm the seller or the buyer and I'm using your service, that your little saying makes me think of be ready, be prepared, right?
That's it. You never know. This can go really, really fast. And selling and purchasing is one of the most stressful things that you're going to do as an adult. And so if we could just take some of that stress away from you and just you tell me what you're looking for, it's my job to give you options and help guide you and be there for you along the way. So that's where I came up with that slogan.
And that seems to be working for you.
So far, so good.
People like it.
I think I'll keep it.
There you go. You just pack, I got your back. That's what Jennifer Maxwell says in Kingwood and the Humble area. Now, I mentioned Kingwood and Humble.
Okay.
Let's tell people, there are people, I bet, Jennifer, here in Houston that hear Kingwood, they hear Humble, they're like, what's the difference?
Well, it's really close to each other. As far as difference goes, I would say the difference would be price point. The difference would be schools. There's really good schools in Humble. There's really good schools in Kingwood. I would say when I have a buyer that has kiddos, they're either asking for the Humble or the Kingwood schools. But it just depends on exactly where you want to be. I always give my sellers both options, show them some homes that are in both areas so they can kind of feel what feels like home.
I just thought of something. I'm imagining myself as a buyer, and I give you the things that I'm looking for. And I'm thinking, first of all, the question would be how many, when someone goes out, whether it's a family or individual, how many properties is the average that they look at per day, per session with you?
It's so random because it definitely does depend on their timeline. So I have a lady that needs to be in, she lost her house due to FEMA. I was helping her yesterday. She has a timeline on when she needs to purchase by. And so I spent all day yesterday to find her a home, and we're putting in an offer today.
And how many did you look at?
9.
Okay, so let's say.
But she liked number 3.
That's good.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that idea. Let's make it an even number. Let's say you go out we look at 8 properties.
Okay.
And I said, I want to look at 4 in Humble and 4 in Kingwood.
Right.
So we can put that together, right?
Whatever you want.
Humble, Kingwood, and then what the other thing probably most important is the price point. If I say
definitely
I want to spend, well, let's take a number. Let's say I want to spend $450. Can I find nice properties in Kingwood and Humble for $450?
Definitely. There's always deals out there. Not only are there the homes that are listed that are just for sale, but we also have homes that we can network for that are pocket listings. That's why you need a realtor, because you might not be able to go online and just find what you're looking for.
Because sometimes the person that wants to sell the home talks to you, the real estate professional. They may not be just ready just yet.
Exactly.
But you know that home on Main Street or whatever it is going to be on the market.
That's right.
Enlist the services of a fine realtor like Jennifer Maxwell. You just pack, I got your back. I didn't even need to look at the card that time. I already have it ingrained. So we look at 8 properties. And let's go back to the example that you brought up. You had a person that went out, you're looking at 9 properties, and you said the third property you went to was the one she ended up putting the offer on, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the psychology that goes with that, and some of the, as the real estate professional, I've heard it, well, I'll let you say it. So at the third stop, she liked that property a lot. Did you know at that time she was going to place an offer on that one, or did she wait till the 9th to say, hey, that third one?
I did. What those other 6 did was confirm that was the one.
That's part of the psychology.
Right.
And that's why we want to look at several.
Right, because I don't want her to wonder what if one of the other ones was better.
So she said to you in this scenario, hey, Jennifer, this is the one, let's put an offer. And then it sounds like you said, well, okay, that's great, we'll do that, but just so you know, let's go continue our schedule today.
And while I'm doing that, I'm networking with the agent on the other house already, making a plan to come to an agreement to put the offer in so we don't lose out.
Let's say, just out of curiosity, I'm sure this has happened before where you have several stops and the person says early on, hey, I like this one.
Right.
But then they continue on and then all of a sudden they say, uh-oh, I found something I like. But does that happen?
It does, and that's fine. I say unless the only time I'm not going to show you any more houses if you're in a house and you said, I would be sick if I lost to this house. I don't want to see any more houses. Then I respect that.
So sometimes people really, really know. I would think, and I'm not a realtor, but I would think that's part of the fun of the job. Stuff's happening all the time. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah. We make dreams come true.
Is that right?
There's people that they don't want to buy a house. They're afraid of their credit. Well, let me help you fix your credit. I have an awesome lender. I'm not sure, what's going on with my house. If I could sell it, I think there's a huge issue. Well, let me call my inspector. I have my inspector. He'll come within 24 hours, and he'll let you know if this is a major fix or if it's something that we really just have to disclose and not have to do anything about. So there's a lot of unknowns when you're buying and when you're purchasing, and our job is to just really be there for you. And we end up being kind of like a counselor, right? We're there to counsel you along the way, but not to tell you what to do, but to give you everything that you need to know to have the knowledge and the power to make the best decisions.
Indeed, you are. You're a counselor and you're a coach along the way.
Right.
One of the other things that we think about, too, whether we're buying or selling or we're about to enlist the services of a real estate professional, is the idea of negotiation, too, because negotiation, once the person says, I want to make an offer, then I'm guessing the wheels of negotiation and certain points come up in your mind and your clients as well.
Exactly. So that is actually my favorite part. I'm going to tell you, I've had some offers that have been accepted where I am the third or the fourth to the lowest offer because of the fact that that's where my client stands financially, but I bring it in a personal level. I've had clients that have written letters and attached a photo telling the seller exactly why they want their family in that specific home. And those different tactics that I use, because sometimes you have to be creative. Anyone can find a house, but it's getting the house and keeping the deal together all the way to the end to where you end up with the keys to the house.
That's right, because things along the way can be derailed for one reason or another. So there's always those dynamics at work.
Exactly. So my job is to find your home and keep the deal together. Give
us a quick word on new construction. So I use the example, the number was 450, right?
Right.
So at that 450, if I said that's exactly what I want to buy and I want to make it cash, here's 450.
Let's go.
Let's go. Can we get new construction at that price? If so,
of course, definitely.
Really?
And we could even maybe have a little more negotiating power since it's cash. Less of a chance of any kind of deal falling through.
Right. So the seller is going to look at these offers, and out of 3 offers, the cash offer, or maybe there's several cash offers, even better for the seller, the cash offer is going to always have more weight.
Most likely.
Most of the time.
Most likely because we can get a faster close. And sellers love to close quickly.
Well, especially if they're packed, right?
Right, that's right.
That's
and if not, I will help them pack.
You will help them pack.
That's right.
That sounds great. So, Jennifer, let's tell people how they can reach out to you. You are in the Humble, Kingwood area and with the Doug Erdy Group. So let's tell people how they can reach out to you.
Well, you can reach myself, Jennifer Maxwell, either at 832-656-0266, or you can email me at Jennifer Maxwell, soldit, SOLDIT, @gmail.com.
Or they can just Google Jennifer Maxwell, Doug Erdy Group, or Jennifer Maxwell Realtor like I did, and you come right up there. Let's tell them the phone number again, Jennifer.
That's 832-656-0266.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer Maxwell with the Doug Erdy Group.
Thank you so much.
Jennifer.
I appreciate it.
We're coming right back. Stay with us.
Don't forget to pack.
Don't forget to pack.
Most people don't know that Stewart offers business, home, and auto insurance. In fact, Stewart Insurance and Risk Management has been doing that and more for over 10 years. And they partner with many leading insurance companies to offer great rates. They're a national insurance agency operating in all 50 states, delivering a broad range of insurance products. Whether you need a home insurance quote for a client's home closing or your own insurance needs, you can count on them. Call 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Stewart Insurance and Risk Management is here to help.
And welcome back. Our Go Texan edition as we explore Kingwood, Humble, Atascocita even. We'll throw that in just for the fun of it. We have the team, some of the team from the Doug Erdy Group. We continue with that theme. Shelley Munday is now on. Shelley, welcome to the show.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
And people are listening to this show Saturday and Sunday, and you're Shelley Munday.
That's right.
I love that.
Munday, M-U-N-D-A-Y.
See, there's a little twist to it there. Mm-hmm. Well, let's tell people, Shelley, you too are on the Doug Erdy team, and let's tell people some of the distinctions and why you have been on the team for how many years now?
Well, I've been with Doug for 8 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I joined his team when he was before he was a broker, when we were at another brokerage, and then he decided to open up his own brokerage, so I left.
And there you are.
And went with him, yeah. So we started out with 5 agents, and he now has like 72.
And Doug is doing incredible work, assembled a fine team like you guys right here. But what are some of the things that keeps you on the Doug Erdy team, by the way?
Oh my gosh. I guess just because first of all, I mean, our broker, we have a great broker. He's genuine and he's nice and he's caring, and it's like we are a family. Plus all of the wonderful agents that are here, Jennifer and Jennifer.
And you're looking at 2 of them right now.
That's right.
That's right.
And so I think just that, and we have a lot of great camaraderie, and we do a lot for the community. And yes, that's a lot of, plus we get a lot of great businesses. We have a lot of great relationships.
Well, it sounds like the area right now, to be a real estate professional, the Kingwood, Atascocita area is doing pretty well.
Yes.
So when you approach your real estate world in all these many years, do you do it by geography? You kind of stay up there, or do you ever get outside of the Kingwood area?
No, everywhere. I'm all over Houston. Yes, down south, Katy, Sugarland. I mean, yes.
So you move
Woodlands.
around. How about that?
Plus up north, Livingston. So yes, everywhere.
I'm glad you mentioned Livingston. I have a friend that lives up there. Just talked to him the other day. Tell people about the Livingston market, by the way.
The Livingston market is good. I don't think the Livingston market is great, especially if you want to be on the lake, Lake Livingston. Everyone wants to be on the lake or have a lake house, and actually even maybe a second home. So a lot of people from Kingwood, even the Woodlands, they have, a lake house up there.
But also,
it's gorgeous.
Let's say if you are going back to Kingwood for a second, if I'm in Kingwood, I can still get water on the house. No, I can still get a house on the water.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah,
Yes.
that's a play on words there. But I could still have a home by the water. Let's tell people about some of the price points if I want to be in the Kingwood area and I want to be on the water.
Sure. Well, okay, if you want to be on the water in Kingwood, it's going to be up there.
How much?
I would say.
Or the region?
I would say over 5.
So over 5. Now, for some people, that could be just
and
right.
That's right, but that's
starting
minimum. Yeah.
All right, let's say I pull out $750,000. Now, what's going to happen?
I think it's still going to be in the minimum. I think if you really want to be on the water and you want to have that boat dock and you want to be on the water in Kingwood.
In a serious way.
That's right.
And you're going to say $1 million?
Yeah.
So
sure.
We have homes in Kingwood for $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
So for that $1 million, let's say I could have, and stop me if I can't have this now.
Okay.
I can have a home on the water, fairly new,
Custom.
with a boat dock.
Yes.
And that sounds pretty good. So that's right at about $1 million.
Right. Pool.
Of course, we'll have a
Gated
pool.
community.
So really, that's buying a lot.
It is. Because most of the homes in Kingwood, if you're going to be on the water, are custom. You're going to find yourself a custom home builder. You're going to pick your plan of what you want, pick your lot, and build from there.
And when I was at your home center, I forget what road it was on, I didn't explore the neighborhood.
Lake
but
Houston Parkway. Yes.
I'm going to say it seemed like I wasn't that far from waterfront property.
You weren't.
I had a feeling.
Oh
You
my
could
gosh.
kind of feel it.
Can't you feel it? I get that feeling too. But I would say you were maybe a half a mile from water. Yeah.
And that's what's interesting. The other thing I was thinking about is that when you show someone a home, or when we talk about feelings and that intuitive nature that we all have, but as a real estate professional, your intuitive nature for the client is very acute, let's say, or very active. So when you walk into the home and you're looking, like the example before of 8 properties with a buyer, can you just tell when they really like something, even if they don't say it until they say it?
You can tell, because it's just like when you walk in that home the first time. You can feel it. This is the one. I don't know. It's just you just have that feeling. Just have that feeling when you walk into the home. It's just it's the one. Either it's yay or nay. And I like to tell my clients too. If we walk in and nope, this is not for me.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Don't waste your time. Don't waste our time. Let's just keep moving. So yeah.
In fact, that's what I've done years ago when I was looking at if I'm in there 5 minutes, or if I drive, I don't like something in the front, let's just keep going. Time is too precious.
Right.
And we talked about having sayings. I like your saying, too, on the back of your card. I'm going to tell the listeners, I'm going to read it because it's just too cool. Your name is Shelley Munday, Munday.
That's right.
And look what's on the back of your card. People can't see, but I'm going to tell them. It says, list by Friday, sell by Monday.
Yes.
How about that?
Right. I know.
That is a great saying.
Thank you.
But see, if I list on Thursday, for sure we're going to have it sold by Monday.
That's right.
So I'm going to be a little bit ready there.
Yes. Yeah.
That is too awesome.
Thank you.
Speaking of sellers and listing the properties, so let's say right now, and we don't have to, let's get out of the $1 million zone for a minute. Let's go to whatever the average. What's the average up there? Is there an average?
Yeah, in Kingwood? Or are you just talking about
Kingwood.
in that northeast area?
Northeast.
Yeah,
No, let's go northeast.
Well,
What's the average?
Well, in the northeast, if we're just going to do northeast, the average I would say would be around 280.
280. Okay. All right. So let's get it to 4 or so. Someone has a home that you think is 450. Let's say is the number. All right. So when they list that property, how are you coaching that seller with that property that you both agree? And I know sometimes the seller thinks their home's worth more or whatever. But 450. How often? Or what are you coaching that person to say? I'm saying, Shelley, okay, 450 is our number. What are the other things you're telling me to be ready for the marketplace at this time?
You're talking about to list a home?
To list a home.
Yes.
I have a home that's 450.
Yes.
What happens?
So, well, if you want to list your home at 450 in the Kingwood area, I think that's huge. I think that's awesome because Kingwood prices are they are higher than they are in the Atascocita, Humble area in some places. Now, in the Humble and Atascocita area, you also have the new homes. You have a lot of new homes that are going up. So you're competing a lot with the new homes.
So, but what else are you, even at any price point, what are some of the other things you're telling people that just want to sell their home? Because most people, as we all know, unless they're investors, they're not going to really sell their home every, 7 years is the average or whatever it is.
Yeah. This is the time right now. I think if you're getting ready to list your home at this time right now, I think this is the time to do it. The interest rates are still low.
Great interest rates.
Yes, and they're going to be low for a while. But the interest rates are low. The market is good. This is a good time to really list your house on the market. This time of the year, the spring is about here. Oh my gosh, we're getting ready to hit March 1st.
It's amazing
already.
how it's crazy.
Can you believe it? And so I think this is a great time to get your house on the market.
Well, that's exactly right. Anyone that's thinking about making a change from where they live right now to move up, move down, whatever it is, it's really a good time because there's so many. Like if it were a sailboat, all the weather's really good. The real estate weather is good to make that change, especially in your area, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you see the rest of the year? If you were to speculate, if you were to guess, how do you see the rest of the year play out? What's your feeling?
Ooh, I feel like it's going to be really good. Real good. I really do.
So it's a good time to be a realtor in the Kingwood area and even when you get outside of your area.
Oh my gosh, yes. Going up 59 up north, that's Jennifer's area over here. But yes, I mean, that's booming up there, up 59 to 99. She'll tell you about that. But it's a fabulous.
It sounds tremendous.
It's growing. It's really growing up there. Just to tell you, we've got the best HEB ever in Kingwood. And now they're putting in another HEB, brand new, huge HEB on 59 right up.
They're on top of it over there at the HEB
yeah, right
world,
there by Oak. I know it. They're taking over the world.
But I'm going to say it again because I like it and I've never seen this. List by Friday, sell by Monday.
Yes.
And you know what? Even if you didn't sell it till the following 2 weeks, it's still by Monday because that's your name.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Isn't that great? David, that was my husband, thought that. 15.
Do you think he's listening to the show right now?
Probably.
We're giving him credit for that because that is just, I mean, Shakespeare couldn't have put something together like that, I'm guessing.
Thank you. Yes.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
So now let's tell people, as far as the Doug Erdy team, what you're doing up there, the home center, what else have we forgotten to tell people about? You have so many, first of all, it's just fun to walk into the door.
Yes. I mean, we have so much fun. Our office is just absolutely beautiful. It's not anything that you would ever see anywhere in Houston or the area. I mean, it's something that you would see in Miami or it's real open and very contemporary, and it almost has like a, it's just a beautiful.
Some pizzazz. It does have that.
Yeah. Even down to our restrooms, everything is just beautiful. Plus, we have a kiosk there that any buyer can come in or seller actually and look at all the new homes that are in the community. It's super, super nice. And we have a Starbucks coffee machine that Doug put in.
He's always thinking new ideas, isn't he? I like that.
We have the lacquer furniture, which is really beautiful, and it's all glass.
And Shelley, before we close out this segment, what else would you like people to know about enlisting your services or anything else going on up there?
I've been a realtor for 15 years in the state of Texas, and I know a lot about the area of Houston and Kingwood, Atascocita. Would love to help you guys. I'm always available on my cell phone. Call, text, email me. I'm always here to help for any questions, whatever you may need.
And let's give them that number.
It is 281-455-2613, and it's Shelley Munday.
And let's tell them you're saying, but you're going to say it this time.
List on Friday, sell by Monday.
That's too awesome.
Thank you.
Give her a call, ladies and gentlemen. Shelley Munday.
Call me.
She is at 281-455-2613. Give her a call. And until the next segment, stay with us. Go Texan. Real Estate Matters with Stuart Title. Another Go Texan edition. We're coming right back with even more.
Woo-hoo.
Most people don't know that Stewart offers business, home, and auto insurance. In fact, Stewart Insurance and Risk Management has been doing that and more for over 10 years. And they partner with many leading insurance companies to offer great rates. They're a national insurance agency operating in all 50 states, delivering a broad range of insurance products. Whether you need a home insurance quote for a client's home closing or your own insurance needs, you can count on them. Call 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Stewart Insurance and Risk Management is here to help.
Rolling right to our next guest, also from the Doug Erdy Group, Jennifer Parks, a second Jennifer of our show here today. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Super fun. Doug Erdy Group. What could be more fun than visiting the home center that you have or talking to one of the associates like you?
Yeah, I would say the only thing more fun than that would actually be going and looking at the houses and getting one under contract.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So I like that idea.
Me too.
Let's tell people, you've been at the Doug Erdy Group for how long now?
This is my 5th year.
It sounds like Doug's got a great plan there, keeping people happy where they stay for quite a while, it sounds like.
Absolutely, yeah. I started with a different brokerage, and I just wasn't picking up, as quickly as I wanted to, as quickly as I needed to. We just had so much support as a new agent. It's really made me want to help, other agents if they ever need help. I guess I kind of have that mentality. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great career choice for me. Absolutely.
It sounds terrific. Now, as far as before real estate, what were you always in the real estate profession? Kind
of, sort of. I mean, I think I did a little bit of everything, honestly, but I actually did multifamily for 10 years. So I did like apartment leasing, I guess, and the marketing for that all throughout Houston. So I kind of had this step up on the marketing and as far as showing people, generally being able to talk to people.
When we think about marketing and real estate, that is so important, not just for your company as the Doug Erdy Group, but even as the individual agent, you have to be good at marketing. Let's tell people, first of all, as far as the company goes, are there things that you do or your company does, Doug Erdy Group, in terms of marketing and helping the clients, buyers or sellers?
Okay, so I personally do a lot of social media marketing, so it's just kind of always being top of mind. Doug actually took it a little bit further, and he hired Annalisa Valaro. I think I say her name wrong.
I think I met her at the event not long
ago.
She's
so great. She's so talented. But he hired her full time, and she, does the social media posts, the Instagram. If you have a new listing as an agent, you just send her a quick email. Hey, girl, I've got this new listing. Here's the pictures, or here's a picture. Can you send this on Doug's Instagram or Doug's, social media? And I mean, he's got tons more followers than we do. So, I mean,
so you hit them both ways with your individual marketing and then also what the company does as a group.
Correct. And another thing that's just great about our group is like, with a lot of other groups, they're not really wanting to like share each other's listings and stuff. But with us, it's more like, hey, Jennifer Maxwell has a listing. Let me go ahead and share that. Let me take a look at it. Let me see if, I have a client that maybe is interested in that. So, what I tell my clients, like my sellers, is look, you're getting not just me sharing all of your posts, about your home, you're also getting our entire group sharing it. And I mean, they're going to have a whole different sphere of influence than I am, so it's just getting shared, and, the more exposure, the better. So
the job gets done in a more efficient way.
Absolutely.
As it's been said by John Maxwell, it takes teamwork to make the dream work.
Absolutely.
So that serves your clients
Yes.
either way all the time. So as far as we heard that the market's good, tell us a little bit more about that. What's your perspective on the market? How good is it?
How good is it? Well, it can always be better, I guess. No, it's started off a little bit slow for me personally, but I feel as if it's about to start picking up. The interest rates are getting better. I know, December and January, they, got a little bit higher, but now they're starting to kind of drop again. So that's definitely, good news. I think it's definitely going, in a strong position.
Well, let's say out of the last 10 or 5 people that purchased a home that you were serving, how many of those deals, let's say out of 5, were cash deals, if any?
I think they've mostly been either FHA or conventional. I haven't had, not the last 5, haven't been cash.
So for a buyer, going back to the idea, if the buyer has cash, it just puts them in a better position all the way around.
Absolutely.
It sounds like.
It does. I mean, they don't have to worry about appraisal problems, can close, faster. So yeah, it definitely puts you in a different position.
Do you see people that have lived, say, I don't know, maybe not necessarily in the loop in the center of Houston, but more closer to the center of Houston, where they say, you know what, I'm going to move to Kingwood, Atascocita, Humble, get a little more for my dollar, and enjoy the trees and some of the other amenities.
Absolutely.
How often does that happen?
Today, right now, I've got a client that he's in California doing a mobile notary, but he's been staying downtown in the Heights. And he just moved a couple streets over from my mom in Pinehurst. So Pinehurst is going to be a subdivision in Atascocita. He's on the golf course. He's got a beautifully, updated home, nice pool.
A yard?
Nice yard, trees. I mean, price point was right at $279. So.
Interesting. And there's a lot of choices. Let's say take that same scenario. Someone, we'll say the Heights. Someone's living in that Heights area. And they make the decision for whatever reason. Maybe they have a dog or several dogs, or they want a pool. Whatever the reason is, they could go to many suburbs. I mean, we have so much to offer here. They can go to Kingwood area, Northeast. They can go to Northwest, Sugarland, wherever.
Yeah.
What's interesting, many choose to go to Kingwood and Atascocita.
Well, the nice thing about Kingwood, Atascocita versus 45. Now, I did live in the Woodlands for a little while. Love 45. Love the Woodlands area. However, it's not a parking lot. 59 is not a parking lot. It's a smooth ride up there. So if you are working in Baytown or if you're working downtown, you're not going to have that crazy just sitting there traffic, So
that drives me crazy.
It drives everybody crazy. So I totally understand. But that's, I would say, and the airport's right there. The airport's only, 2 exits away from, 1960. So
that's right. That's the internet for those listening outside of Houston. That's the international airport that the Kingwood, Atascocita. I think that there must be a lot of pilots and people in the airline profession that live in that area.
Absolutely. Yep. There's a lot in my neighborhood in Oakhurst. So,
interesting. Yeah. So let's tell people, we mentioned these 3 places, Kingwood, Atascocita, Humble. Tell us again the defining areas, because we brought Atascocita into this picture. So let's tell people that sounds like an interesting name, first of all, but let's tell people what's the difference.
Well, Atascocita is actually, it's an Indian name, so that's where that comes from. Really, they're all very similar in,
Which one's the most northern?
The most northern.
Or do they go east to west?
The most northern one would be Kingwood.
Okay, it's the King.
It's
on the top.
There you go.
That's easy to remember.
Remember it. And then you've got Kingwood, and it kind of depends on which way you go. If you go through the back and you go through the back of Kingwood, like by the HEB and Westlake Houston Parkway, that's actually the road that our new office is on. But you got to go all the way past 1960. Like that area is considered Atascocita. Where our new home office is actually considered kind of Atascocita.
And at that point where your office is, we're not that far from Livingston if we want to spread out, right? Or go north.
Correct.
But also I'm thinking about Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
How is Crosby growing fast? I'm hearing things about Crosby.
I've got a new listing coming this weekend in Crosby. So, yeah, it's definitely moving fast. You've got Newport. You've got, different listings that have land. So you have a lot.
Some people would think Crosby's like really far out.
It's really not. If you all you got to do is hop on 90 and then take that to the Beltway.
That's amazing.
Sound a little country. Just hop on 90. Get on the Beltway.
Yeah, it's out in the country. Actually, my dentist has an office right at the heart of Houston, and he has one in Crosby, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, tremendous guy. So let's tell people the outlook for the year. What are you thinking about? We're talking with Jennifer Parks with the Doug Erdy Group. How's it going to look, do you think, for the rest of the year? If you were a psychic.
If I was a psychic, I would play the lotto. No,
Would I.
I think that we're about to really, because I mean, the phone calls are coming in. You know, the phone calls are really coming in. I really think we're about to start heating up for, you know, the summer. I think, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, but weather does have a lot to do with it. People don't a lot of times want to go out and look, you know, when it's ugly or whenever it's, you know.
Too much rain.
Yeah, they really don't. I don't mind at all. Rain or shine, I'm here. But I feel like once it kind of clears up a little bit, spring break, you know, we'll probably get, you know, some more people wanting to look. And then people will get more of a sense of urgency closer to April because, you know.
Then you get into the whole school thing, especially in the suburban areas like your area.
Exactly. So you want to be 45 days out. So.
And of all the things you could be doing, Jennifer Parks, what is it about real estate that keeps you doing this for many years?
You know, I honestly just genuinely like helping people. I like looking on my Facebook and seeing, you know, a couple that I've got them into a new house and they've got their little baby, and I'm like, oh man, I remember when we looked at that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be a part of that. So, and I like to try to make it a nice situation. I don't want anybody stressed out. It's already stressful enough, you know, moving. So I really just try to take that stress off and say, look, it's just the fear of the unknown. Once we know where you're living, cool. You know, here's your electricity. Here's this. There's that. You know, what else do we need? You know, what do you know, if they're like a reload, they're coming out of town. I'm like, where do you need somewhere to go get your nails done, your hair done? Do you guys need to know somewhere to go eat? You know, I mean, I just try to really be of value in that sense.
And I think the phrase that you just said, the fear of the unknown, because that's right. If someone, and especially if their profession or their job, they're moving for a job situation, and that has time pressures.
Correct.
The fear of the unknown is amplified even more, especially for a family when you're thinking about, oh, well, then I have to enroll the child into the school or the children in the school. So the real estate professional like yourself has to really work and help it be without too much
pushing
up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen it for years and years and years, even in apartments when they're looking at apartments, and it's like, and you just see a shift once they've made a decision or if they've put an offer on a home. It's like they have a little bit of calmness, like, okay, the next step, inspections, appraisal. So
it's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff, but it's important to have just systems in play for your clients. Like, hey, here's your buyer timeline. Go through this. You know, don't try to buy a car or anything crazy. So
once the sale is done, how much time do you give where you follow up with that person? It probably varies, I'm guessing, but after the boxes are unpacked and the kids are in school and they found whatever and whatever, when do you call them back and say, hey, how's everything going? When the dust settles,
it
right?
kind of depends. I mean, like, usually I'll give them like a week or so, you know, like, hey, how's it going? Just recently I started, like, because I do a lot of open houses. So just recently I started doing like a short video, like, hey, it's me. I enjoyed working with you so much. I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, I hope you're doing wonderful. Give me a shout. And please remember, you know, I do this for a living and I take referrals. So, you know.
We're not too busy for your referral.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So. And that's the theme on our radio show, too. We're not too busy. Tell people about it. Downloadable on Apple iTunes as Real Estate Matters. In addition, hearing it here all the time. Jennifer Parks, and you have a saying, too. Speaking of sayings, what was your saying that you came up with?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have like the fun ones like Jennifer Maxwell. And
yours could be fun.
But this is fun for, you know, rodeo time. I said that I could find or sell your home on the range.
We're going to go with that. Jennifer Parks, how can people reach you?
713-469-1627. That's my cell. Or you can email me. It's pretty easy. It's just realtywithjen@gmail.com.
Jennifer Parks. The phone number again?
713-469-1627.
We're going to come right back with even more. Thank you, Jennifer Parks.
Thank you.
I want a home on the range.
Who knows where luck is his companion? Gambling is his game. Smooth as a handle on a gun.
Most people don't know that Stewart offers business, home, and auto insurance. In fact, Stewart Insurance and Risk Management has been doing that and more for over 10 years. And they partner with many leading insurance companies to offer great rates. They're a national insurance agency operating in all 50 states, delivering a broad range of insurance products. Whether you need a home insurance quote for a client's home closing or your own insurance needs, you can count on them. Call 866-845-4676. That's 866-845-4676. Stewart Insurance and Risk Management is here to help.
Paladin.
Paladin, Paladin, where do you
And welcome back as we continue Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Bill Napier, your host. That's me as we have this Western theme going there for the next couple weeks. Anyways, we now have Stewart Insurance, Brittany Taggart. She's right here. Hey, Brittany, welcome back.
Thank you, Bill. Glad to be back.
Super awesome again. Here you are, 2 editions in a row as we have the Go Texan theme, and I'm wearing the cowboy hat. So let's tell people.
I'm not.
And you're not, but that's okay.
Yes, it is.
Stewart Insurance. Let's tell people, remind them about Stewart Insurance quickly.
Absolutely. So Stewart Insurance basically specializes in the real estate industry when it comes to your insurance. What that means is we basically have 2 sides of our business. One focuses on insuring our real estate brokers, our mortgage bankers and brokers, basically anybody who's
guys
in
like Doug Erdy.
Exactly. And so we have anybody who operates within real estate. We really focus on specializing in insuring them from a professional liability perspective, a cyber liability perspective, which is a big topic in today's industry, and other insurances that they need as a broker. And then on the other side of our business, we focus on assisting those homeowners who are going through the real estate transaction, or those home buyers, excuse me. So that's really what Stewart Insurance is about. We want people to be confident in the insurance that they secure, so you know that you can return to normal when life happens.
That's right. And I'm thinking also of the home seller for a second, because sometimes when people sell the home, and we've had segments on the show before, when they sell the home and it's vacant for over a certain period of time, I don't know what the number is, maybe 30 days or 2 months or whatever.
It depends.
But you have to be careful to make sure that you have the vacant home or whatever the insurance product is, because you need a different insurance product to insure that vacant home if it's vacant too long. And you have that.
That is correct. That is correct. There's, throughout the entire real estate transaction, that's why I say we specialize in helping those home buyers or home sellers as they go through the transaction. There are a lot of things that are going on, and we want to make sure that they understand the differences or what may happen to their home insurance policy if they leave it, for instance, vacant for more than 30 days, 60 days, even if that buyer is maybe out of state or they're just not planning to move in right away. There could be some implications on the home insurance side that they might not be aware of if they don't talk to their insurance agent during that real estate transaction and keep them informed. So we definitely want to make sure that the correct policy is in place when they go through that real estate transaction. What you're referring to is there is usually a clause in your home insurance policy that starts taking away coverage or eliminating coverage altogether if the home is vacant for more than 30 or 60, depending on the policy. So you want to maybe consider getting a vacant home policy for a period of time.
Kind of good to know what kind of insurance you have. Sometimes we don't want to read the fine print, but that's why
you have your insurance agent. That's why you should feel comfortable asking questions, and your insurance agent should be asking you a lot of questions as well, so so you can answer appropriately.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. What other things do you have for us today, Brittany?
Well, last week we really covered this idea, or what's going on in the industry right now, which is the wire fraud. We've seen a lot of this increase over the last several years. And so I just wanted to recap the takeaways, really the big takeaways from last week, and you can listen to that segment. It was make sure that you're educating everybody in the transaction. So if you're a broker, make sure that you're educating your agents. And if you're an agent, make sure that you're educating your seller or your buyer of this risk. And so just to recap what wire fraud is, it's when somebody in the real estate transaction is being impersonated and the funds that are for the property are being routed to a fraudulent account. It's going to happen in a variety of ways. So it really helps to just be aware and be educated on this so we can be on our toes at the right time during the transaction. Second, we want to make sure we're verifying. So a lot, we're using, I know I've heard social media already, we're using electronic means of communication. And this is wonderful. Like you said, it makes the transaction go a lot more efficiently. But we also need to be careful about what information we're really sending back and forth electronically. And we want to make sure that we're verifying who we're speaking to, make sure we're calling back using a third-party source number. So, Bill, if you send me an email, I'm looking at my other records to get your phone number, and I'm calling you and I'm verifying, did you just send me an email? And did it say this? Did it have these details in it? Because nowadays, emails can be intercepted, can be fraudulent. So we want to make sure that we're verifying. And then lastly, making sure you have the insurance in place for it. So on a broker level, on whichever level wherever you're operating in the real estate business, you want to make sure you have the coverage in place to respond in those types of matters. And
we mentioned it last time, and if I remember correctly, there is certainly broker E&O insurance, but there's also a separate insurance for wire fraud protection. Is that it, or what's it called?
It is. So the wire fraud is tricky because we have seen so much activity around this. Even the insurance companies, and Stewart Insurance is an insurance broker, so we work with many different insurance companies, but they're still deciding where they want to place this risk. Is it on, some of it can be on the errors and omissions or professional liability policy. Some of it can be seen on a cyber liability policy. And then others, I know you can add it maybe on a crime policy. So there's a variety of policies that we're really talking about here. You really just need to get with your insurance agent and make sure that you're talking through those scenarios and see if coverage can apply in those situations.
Know what you have and know what you're going to need. And one of the things since last week, by the way, Stewart Title, we have 6,500 associates or so, and we've recently, all of our associates have to take these courses. And recently, as of 2 days ago, I took the wire fraud course.
What'd you think?
It was an eye-opener to see. And one of the things I thought about, this is why you work with, if you're buying or selling a home or insuring your brokerage or anything else, this is why you want to work with companies like Stewart Title and Stewart Insurance, because we are on top of it. We're a company that takes that very seriously and knows how to protect themselves and protect our clients, because this stuff's going on all the time. When I took that course, I'm like, oh my goodness, people are, and there are things that happen where things slip through. It's horrible to even think about what people are doing there to take your money.
It's unfortunate, absolutely, and they're getting smarter and smarter. And so we've been fortunate at Stewart Insurance. Once we see these risks start to evolve, we're able to go back to our insurance companies and say, hey, this is something new. We might want to consider offering coverage for this, because our mortgage brokers or our real estate brokers would be interested in purchasing something like this. They see the risk that they don't want to take on. So we're able to lead the industry really in the coverage that's provided. Even though we're not the insurance company ourselves, we go back to all of our insurance company partners and we relay all this information that we learn just being embedded in the real estate industry.
And Brittany, what else should people know?
The biggest thing is we want to have a conversation with every single one of our clients. So you can give us a call at 866-798-2827. Like I said, we want to make sure that you're confident in the insurance that you have as an individual or as business.
What's that number again?
It's 866-798-2827.
One more time, just for the fun of it.
866-798-2827.
Too awesome. Thank you, Brittany Taggart. And let's just continue on with Jennifer Maxwell as we end the show from the Doug Erdy Group. And while I'm thinking about it, that Doug was going to be here on the show today, but we heard he was under the weather.
He was almost here to your office, and he just couldn't do it. He wanted to be on the show so bad today.
Well, maybe next time, but we reach out to Doug and say, hey, what a great team you have. And okay. Doug, hope you feel better.
We're going to check on him after this.
You check on him after the show here today. In the meantime, Jennifer Maxwell, let's tell people, what else should we know as we're closing up the show here? You need the Doug Erdy Group. That's what we're thinking.
We are knowledgeable, and we have continued education. We have the best access to, like, Stewart Title.
We're right. Actually, we're right down we have 2 locations up there, we'll tell people, in Kingwood and Atascocita, so it's easy to reach out to us.
It is. And another thing is, even if you're not in that specific area, with the contacts we have, a lot of times we can do courtesy closings in Rocheron and Pearland and Houston. I have a listing that's 4 hours away. They said they would find a way to close with my seller. So it's all about bringing everything to a personal level.
And we have a super rep up there. He's our business development officer. You know what his name is, don't you, Jennifer?
I do mean Justin Ramirez.
Justin is super awesome. You can find him at our Kingwood, Atascocita area there at Stewart Title, doing an incredible job. But also, Jennifer, let's tell people how they can reach you.
832-656-0266. Again, that's 832-656-0266. Or you could email me at jennifermaxwellsoldit gmail.com.
She sure did, because you can just pack. Jennifer Maxwell has your back. And now, Shelley Munday. Shelley, welcome back to the show. And as we close out, what else parting thought would you like to tell people out there that might be listening?
Yes. Thank you, Bill.
You're going to tell them to list by Friday and sell by Monday?
I'm going to tell you to call Shelley Munday, list by Friday, sell by Monday. My cell number is 281-455-2613. 281-455-2613.
You know, it's funny, as I think your last name is Munday, but it made me think years ago. It's funny when certain names we could remember. Years ago, I bought some furniture, and the person that sold me, and I'm talking like 20 plus years ago, the person that sold me the furniture, her first name was Wednesday. Just saying. So in the meantime, let's tell people, Shelley Munday, your phone number again?
281-455-2613. I have a funny story, Bill.
Go ahead.
I had clients, and their last name was Friday.
No.
Yes.
So, okay, here we go with that whole Friday by Monday thing.
I did.
So you sold them a house, or they bought a house?
I sold them a house, and their last name was Friday.
Really? You wonder if they're listening.
They might be.
You never know. Yeah. Thank you so much, Shelley Munday, and her husband for thinking up that great little line. In the meantime, another Jennifer before we close out, Jennifer Parks.
Hello.
Jen, I may call you Jen by now that we know each other, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, Jen, so what should we know before we close out the show?
There's lots and lots of realtors in the Houston area. My advice is to get with somebody that you feel comfortable with. Hopefully that would be me or somebody from the amazing Doug Erdy Group. 713-469-1627. Jennifer Parks.
That sounds too awesome. Thank you, Jennifer Parks. And once again, thanks to Doug Erdy and the team. In addition, Super Business Development Officer Justin Ramirez, right up there in Kingwood and Atascocita at Stewart Title. I want to tell you, we have business development officers all over the Houston area. It's a good idea wherever you are to stay close to your person at Stewart Title, the business development officer, because they know of a lot of things going on. We have resources, certainly like this radio show, but we're doing an event called Don't Get Rocked by Hurricane. We'll have the Hurricane Czar from the mayor's office all around the city. Several events happening, so know your Stewart Title Business Development Officer. If you don't, just Google Stewart Title, see who's close to you. In addition, if you're in Kingwood, stay by Justin Ramirez. Stewart Title, call him at 346-600-4081. That's Justin Ramirez. When you want to close that real estate transaction in Kingwood or Atascocita, you can call him and the team, 346-600-4081. 4081. Did I say 346-600-4081? That is correct. Check them out. And thank you all for listening to Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, edition number 2 of our Go Texan theme. Until next week, Bill Nampick, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Don't be sad that the show is ending at the time of broadcast, because it never really ends. You can always go to stewart.com/Houston. That's stewart.com/Houston to hear any of the shows that we've done out of 260 plus shows. So check us out. And until next week, thank you, Doug Erdy team. Jennifer, Shelley, Brittany, 2 Jennifers. Did y'all get that? Till next week. We'll see you then. Thank you.